Let's go back 2 or 3 sentences to get some context. Before she even said the message about, oh, I like vanilla fragrances or something like that. What was y'all talking about before that? It's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go look at it. What happened? Mind you, this is just a general rule of thumb. Anything that feels like a stretch or a reach, don't do it. Good conversation, good pressure, it should never feel like a reach. It might feel risky, but it shouldn't feel like you're reaching. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like that was a reach, bro. Oh yeah, you got good taste in fragrances, so sit on my face like that, bro. You're like that was a stretch. Like that was a reach. If it feels like a reach, it probably is. Just relax.
I know, but
It
some
feels
girls
like
like stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie.
No woman likes a poorly timed horniness.
Okay, yeah.
Find me a woman on the planet that likes poorly timed desperation.
You're right, but at the time I didn't see it that way. I don't know.
That's fine. Because it's something to learn. That's all. That's fine. We knew the only way she would have liked that is if she already wanted you to fuck. That's the only way that shot would have went in, because at that point she wanted you to fuck anyway. So you talked yourself out of the pussy. This is what we say when we say talk yourself out of the pussy. Only way you can say anything and get away with it is if she's extremely high interest. At that point, nothing you can't even do wrong in her eyes. You can't do wrong in her eyes. So of course some women like that, because they might like you that much. They'll put up with it. But if she don't like you that much, turn off. Uncomfortable, ick. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just So let's go back to the 2 sentences before that, please.
She said, I acknowledge and appreciate people that take the time and look nice on the daily. Because she was complimenting me on like how I always like keep myself together and stuff like that. And I was like, she said, I try to have my nails done, hair styled, and lashes done all the time, but sometimes I just give up. And yeah, it's definitely a different experience.
We could pause it right here. And I already see like 30 windows of opportunities. Read her message word for word where she says, I like people that take care of themselves. Oh, matter of fact, go back 2 more sentences. Like, what introduced that? This actually is, mind you, just off that alone, I could pivot and get a bucket. But let's go back 2 sentences. Let's just look at something real quick. This is actually about to do a lot, because you had a better shot right here applying pressure than you did off of fragrances. And I'm going to show you how. But let's just go back 2 sentences. Let's go back 2 more sentences. Come on, real quick.
All right. I said, barbering, already cut hair. I just need my license ASAP. And she was talking about college, so I said, that's a good transition. I fuck with psychology. And she was like, oh, that's why you always looking fresh. And
always looking for what?
And she said, oh, that's why you always looking fresh. And no, for real, they make some
Time out. She took you talking about cutting your hair to talk about how good you look. Who's really applying pressure here? Do you see how what she said wasn't a stretch? This is what I mean. Like, any type of good conversation, good flirting, it shouldn't be a stretch. It might have been bold for her to say that, honestly. She might have been nervous, you know what I'm saying? So it might have been a little risky to flirt. Like, I don't know if he knows I like him. You know, you gotta think, like, understand women do overthink too. You see how that made sense? That was a calm transition. He just told me he cuts hair. So that's why you always look fresh. 1 + 1 = 2. She didn't say, oh, you cut hair, you might as well let me suck your dick at this point. That's what you did.
You're right.
Okay. So now that she said that's why you always look fresh, then what'd you say after that?
I said, yeah, I just like to stay presentable. And then I said,
Stop right there. You know what I don't like about that? It's too neutral. You see, a neutral reply from her when you said you cut hair would have been, okay, that's cool. How long have you been cutting hair? See, that's kind of neutral. That's kind of like friendly. She said, that's why you always look fresh. That's flirting. That's like a little bit of interest, attraction. Like, that's a little bit more obvious. When you said, I like to stay presentable, that's neutral. Now turn up the heat a little bit. The heat on like a level 2 when you said that. Put it up to like 6. What is like a heat 6 reply? Like, let me turn the heat up a little bit. Now reply to what she said again, but just turn the heat up on it. And I'm not trying to feed you a sentence. Just come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
She said, that's why you always look fresh.
I would have been like, so that's good enough for you, right?
Okay, what about that reply don't you like?
I don't like that. It's almost like she's above me in a way.
Yes,
I don't
thank
like
you.
that.
I didn't even have to say it. I didn't even have to say it. Let's try again. You just shoot, Joe, bro. Just shoot, just throw shit up. Like I'm glad you said it. I didn't even have to say it. You already said it. Now let's go to the try again. This is all right. You can keep trying, bro. Keep trying. Let's keep going.
All right.
Just see opportunities. This how your brain gotta work, bro. When you cooking, like she said that. Now how can you spin that? Just turn it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Turn the heat up.
Mhm.
Come on.
So I look good enough for us to link, or bro, I'm cooked.
Yo, listen. I respect you trying, bro, but no, just no. Like, hey, chat. I give him credit for at least being a lot. You allowing yourself to fuck up right now. You know what? That was funny as shit. We all gonna laugh, bro, but you allowing yourself to get it wrong. So one more. Third time might be the charm. Come on. Come on. She said, you know, you told her you cut hair. She said that's why you always look fresh. Come on, one more time. Come on, let's try one more. Let's try one more. Now listen, what's the line, bro? What do you feel good about saying, bro? Come on.
Yeah, so I could get. Damn, bro, I'm cooked, bro.
You gotta feel
I
good.
couldn't come up with anything.
Like put your own swag on it, bro. Like just, I told you what I do. I gotta see myself saying it to her. I gotta see myself smirking when I say, like I be feeling myself when I come up with shit to say, bro. You're not feeling yourself. That's the first problem. Feel yourself, man. Like she just said, that's why you always look good. First thing, I'm gonna tell you my reaction. First thing, I'm like, oh no, she didn't. I'm licking my chops if it's me. I'm like, okay, so this is what she about to do. And see, now I'm about to say something slick. You know what I'm saying? Like this is how I feel, and something slick gonna come out of me. So if you don't feel like that when you read that, it's gonna come out in your reply. Let's try this again. One more. You get one more. Third time is the charm, bro.
All right.
Now, chat, I'm reading your replies in the chat. Your replies are okay, but this, I'm gonna show y'all what I mean by like direction. Is it could be better, but again, you won't know until you say something. Just say what you want to say. Mind you, anything can work. It's how you spin it. There's no right answer, bro. So you trying to come up with the right answer just doesn't make sense. It's just how you spin it. So say something that makes sense. She just said, that's why you always look fresh. Because you told her, you know, you be cutting hair and shit. So that's why you always look fresh.
Yeah, I just be trying to look good for her. For you. Type shit.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let's improve on that. Let's improve on that. You went somewhat... you reworded it a little bit, but let's try something different, okay? Right? So we having a conversation, we figuring each other out. She talking about, you know, I tell her, I just let her know I cut hair, I do this, and I said something about, oh yeah, I fuck with psychology or something like that, right? And then she say something like, obviously complimented me, like, oh, that's why you always look good. You know, mind you, you could take this a million ways. There's no right answer. So simple, off the top of my head. Oh, he had to say is God did. God did is crazy. God did is crazy. Mind you, if you want to be slick, I'm gonna throw a spitball a bunch of things out. I'm not even gonna allow myself to think about it, right? Let's say she said that to me, right? I could say something instantly and be like, you know, well, shit, I always want to look good when I see you, or I always want to look good when I'm looking at a pretty woman, or I always want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? I bring my, you know, whatever I can say. My whole goal is directing it and connecting it to more flirting. And my point when I said your first reply was neutral, it didn't give me the vibes that y'all about to keep flirting more and more. It gave me the vibes of like, oh yeah, I've been cutting hair for 2 years and this is that. You know, whatever I come up with to say, a lot of times I come up with better shit to say when I'm really in the moment of like, I like this girl, I'm attracted to her, I know her personality, I know my vibe and personality, and spin it however I want to. You know, it's no right thing to say. It's like, you hit or you miss, you know? So when you said what you said, in real time, you see that the main problem is it didn't continue to flirting. It just went back to like a neutral conversation.
Right.
The heat was on like a 2. Now when people keep saying, "Let me rub your feet," you know, I gotta look good if I meet a girl like you. Listen, whatever, right? Mind you, you met this girl at work before, so I done plenty of bitches I done bagged from work and texted them after. I'm already knowing based on how I flirt with her in person or at work, and then we texting and she's saying something like that. I might say something even bolder, just knowing how we've been flirting in person. What should I, since I look so good, man? You know, I might, like, I don't, listen. It's just how you got to play your cards. I might have been flirting with her so much, I might say something to message, man. So, hey, stop telling me I look good. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't ready to, it might not even say sex, but I might say something like, every time you say I look good, it just, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not trying to say something bold because I know these niggas will copy and paste and they will say it at the wrong time and be too fucking horny. But if I know I've been flirting with her, we've been in the break room, you know, laid up, cuddled up. I'm hugging her, probably squeezing the cheeks and all that, flirting with all that. I know what the vibes are set like. And she say something like, "You look good." I said, "Man, since I look so good, come see me this Friday." Or I might could take it there because we set up like that. It's not a stretch for me because I know we already on that type of time. You feel me?
Right.
It's not that bold because I know we already set up like that. In a random context, it might be like, you know, you taking her saying you look good and telling her to come see you. In a random situation, bro, that's crazy. But when you at work, you building up rapport. It's the situation is different. You could get away with some shit like that. King 5033, I appreciate the 3 months, mind you.
Yeah,
I get another example, like what I just said, chat, right? Where I said she said I look good, man. Since I look so good, come see me Friday, right? That might sound crazy, right? But just imagine he going to work. I'm gonna give y'all some little situations like I had flirting with work at work with chicks, right? I might go to work, and as soon as I see her, this bitch come run up to me and jump in my arms and give me a crazy ass hug. Jump in my arms. Now I'm holding her, carrying her with the hug. It's nothing to tell her to come see me. She already happy to see me when I go to work. I don't know y'all rapport. I don't know y'all relationship connection. I don't know y'all comfortability. Cause then let's say she jumped in my arms like that. I might be able to say something like, "Listen, I'm tired of only seeing you here." And she might be like, well, how are we gonna see each other? What? I'm waiting on you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can kind of get away with that because y'all have that connection. I don't know y'all connection. I don't know what's safe. I don't know what's not safe. All I know is what you said had no continuation of the flirting. That's the main thing I'm pointing out. It just didn't match her energy. She took you talking about cutting hair to saying you look good. Like she was on. Okay, all right, we about to do this then.
Okay, but
something safe. I give you something safe. Speaking of looking good, you know how I feel when I see you. You know how good I think you look when I see you, and she might say whatever after that, right? That's a safe reply. What I just said. Speaking of looking good, you know how good you look when I see you, and what be on my mind when I see you. Now listen, if she asked me what be on your mind, she opened a can of worms. She might go, I appreciate it, but you never even showed me, you never even told me this before. Or she might push back a little bit. Like, thank you, but how come when you see me at work, you don't really be speaking? If you dealt with enough women, chat, you know every reply I'm kind of saying is realistic. Like, you might apply pressure, and then she match your energy. You might apply pressure, and then she try to, like, pull your card. Like, how come you never, how come you ain't never said this to me before? Or I couldn't tell because you never say hi to me at work. You see what I'm saying? Like, it could go either way. But I'm matching the energy, bro. I'm matching that. If she flirted with you, match that, bro. Come on, bring the heat. It's kind of so hard to talk about improvising and, like, spin this to that. And I would say this and I would say that. Because it's like the situation could just make so much shit better. And mind you, the situation might make me come up with shit to say that I would have never said to another girl. I would have never said that to another girl because we got a different connection. We got a different chemistry. We got different history. We got different. It's just in the moment, just never feel like what you're saying is a stretch. It should not feel like a stretch. It can feel risky, But it shouldn't feel like a stretch, bro. It shouldn't feel like you saying something from Antarctica to fucking South Africa, bro. Like, it shouldn't feel that far. It should feel like it makes sense. Like, you might can bring up something y'all said in person and bring it back up and then spin it into something. She said he told her he told her he cuts hair and she said that's why you always look fresh. That was like a smooth. It just connected. It just made sense. You know what I'm saying?